about what you think, but this is my body, so the decision is mine.
I'm learning a lot about what people want from their leadership. I just want to know I ain't gonna be on no bullshit.
Then why lie about who you are? What are y'all doing here? We need your help. With what?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the boogeyman.
Can I get you?
Yeah, what's going on, fam? It's your man, VACAY-J, and yes, I'm back with another video. This is for The Chi, Season 5, Episode 5 recap. And yes, we see what's going down, right? Emmett manifested everything. And yes, we see your boy Trig, a.k.a. Victor, got a new love interest. Your boy Shad is getting it popping. Listen, before we get into this, definitely check out all my episode recaps. And after this, check out the promo for episode 6 of The Chi. So let's break down episode 5 recap of The Chi. All right, so the name of this episode is We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off. Keisha and Emmett's relationship takes an unexpected turn. Jim and Jake confronts the truth. Kevin attends a cosplay party. Trig finds a surprising connection. And Papa bonds with Bukari. Yeah, there's a lot going on with Bukari. We're going to find out definitely in the episode as we go through this. All right. So where do we leave off? Yes, Jimma told Jake that, yes, she is pregnant. So he's looking at the pregnancy test. And, you know, Jake is definitely thinking about everything. And he's like, yes, he wants to have it. But he's like, what do you want to do? And she is talking about she wants to live. She doesn't want to have it right now. She doesn't want to have a baby. She wants to live her life. And she's saying that it's her decision because it's her body. And he's just wondering why, you know, she doesn't want to have his baby. But again, she is all about, you know, I want to live. I want to be free. I don't want to be tied down with a baby. And yeah, they really have a lot to think about. And there's a lot going on. So now we got Keisha and she's at Emmett's house. I don't know if she stayed over, but she's cooking breakfast. I mean, it looks like she's staying over there now, right? And Emmett, he's on the phone. He's looking at Master Marshawn while he's looking at her make some breakfast, right? And he's like, yeah, you know, you looking at the cheeks. You looking at this. You looking at that. But you got to stay strong, brother. You got to stay strong. So she's like, what are you listening to? What are you watching? And she's like, I've never seen you so focused on something. He's like, well, I'm looking at Master Marshawn. And he's making me a better man and everything else like that. And she's like, yeah, does he have a degree? He's like, nah, he doesn't have a degree, but he's just talking some good stuff. And I like what he's saying. He's definitely making me a better man. And Keisha's like, listen, you're already a better man. And she really is pouring into Emmett. And that's what he needs right now. And he says that he appreciates it and everything else like that. And yeah, he's also talking about a card game with the fellas that's about to go down. And she's like, well, I want to play. I'm going to play no matter what. And he's like, listen, you better make sure your money's ready because we about to take all your money, right? So she's like, whatever, you know what I mean? So they go back with this little love banter, and they definitely have always had this bond, right? You know, with everything that they've gone through, they've always had that connection. And yeah, Keisha knows that. They definitely know that they got that bond. So now we see Kevin and Simone, and yeah, they are getting ready. He's really getting her ready for this cosplay. And, you know, Kevin really knows nothing about cosplay. He's like, yeah, who you going to be? You know, like Wonder Woman or whatever he said. And she's like, nah, I'm going to be my own superhero. So she takes him to the mirror. And he's like, yeah, if you had a superpower, what would it be? He was like, yo, I'll make it rain. She's like, make it rain like in a strip club? He's like, nah, I just snap my fingers because I love rain. I would make it rain and all this and that, right? So, you know, they're definitely creating their own different type of bond. She says she loves the moon, so she has like this moon thing going on. Now we see your boy Trig, a.k.a. Victor, and he's looking at the pictures online of him and Tiara. Jake comes out. He's like, why you all dressed up? And he's like, yeah, I'm trying to change my image in the whole nine. He's like, yo, man, I accept you for who you are, right? So he sits down, and of course, Trig is like, yo, what's wrong? He's like, nothing. He's like, you lying. So he's like, you ever get a girl pregnant? He's like, why? Did you get Jimma pregnant? And, you know, of course, he's going to deny it, right? Jake is going to deny it. He's going to say, nah, I didn't do none of that, man. He's like, so why you asking? He's like, I'm just asking. He's like, yeah, well, you know, Imani gave you those, condoms for a reason, man. You know what I'm saying? He's like, anything else you want to tell me? He said, no. And then he walks out. He's like, man, Jay got a lot on his mind. Now we see your boy Shad, and he's with his new girl, right? And they got a facial. They got a lot going on, right? He finally got a facial. Never had a facial in his life. And he's saying to her that, you know what? He's never experienced anything like this. Usually he thinks that, hey, it's usually the man that takes care of the woman, but she's taking care of him. It's all about self-care. And he's just laying back, just really appreciating her. And then he comes out and says, you know what, I know it's only been a couple weeks, but I think I love you. And she says, I love you back. And they start kissing. All right. Now we got Duda, and they at the Rock with Rosalind and your girl, man. This is nothing but trouble right here. It's nothing but trouble with Q. And what's going on is that, the police are not around anymore, but now people are stealing packages, right? Stealing their little Amazon packages or whatever the case is. And, Q and Duda's like, what you want us to do? He's like, listen, you got to crack down on this, find out what's going on. You need to shut this down, because if they don't shut it down, then they're going to have to bring the police back in. And that's not going to be a good look, right? So Rosalind seems to be running the show and like, yo, just take care of it, right? So now we see Fatima, and Fatima's going to another event. And look at your boy Trig, a.k.a. Victor. He is looking at Fatima like, hey, what's going on? Like, he really has a strong interest in her. And we saw that in the last episode. He definitely has a strong interest. So they're talking, and she's like, well, what are you doing here? He's like, yeah, I knew you were coming. And she's like, yeah, oh, that's why you walk alone. So they kind of flirting with each other and everything else like that. And your boy Trig is really digging on Fatima. So he's like, hey, how about we get out of here? And she's like, nah, I got to cover this event real quick, but I'm going to leave real soon. So they about to hook up. And yeah, it definitely is something going on between these two. But, he's running for city council and she's a journalist. So how far can you trust her, right? Jake goes to Kevin's spot, and he got this outfit on looking like Miles Morales, right? Spider-Verse, right? So he's like, what the heck are you wearing? He's like, yeah, Simone got me wearing this stuff and all this and that. He's like, yo, what's going on, right? So Jake's like, listen, I got to tell you something. Sit down. So they go and sit down, and your boy Jake proceeds to tell Kev, yeah, Gemma is pregnant, right? And again, Jake is looking real sad. And you know why he's looking real sad? Because, Gemma is just immediately on some like, listen, I want to live. I don't want to have this baby. So, Kevin definitely, he comforts Jake like, yo, bro, it's okay to be sad, man. It's okay to be sad. If she don't want to keep the baby, she got to do what's best for her. And he's like, yo, what about me? And Kevin's like, yo, it's not about you. You know what I'm saying? It's really not about you. It's really about her and her body and everything else like that. And your boy Jake is on some like, yo, are you jealous? And Kevin's like, nah, bro, it's not like that with us, man. It's not like that at all with us. Like, come on. Kevin got his girl now. So why would, Kevin be jealous? Like, it makes no sense. And, Jake is like, yeah, I'm bugging. So Jake is like, listen, man, we're going to have to decide, but you can't go out in that crazy outfit, right? So he's like, come on. So now we're at the college fair, right? The Rock Center presents, Live Your Dreams. And it's a college fair. And yeah, Maisha, she running from table to table, picking up some college brochures. She's looking happy. She wants to go to college and, definitely make her mama proud. But, of course, Gemma got a lot on her mind. She's not thinking about no college right now. She's really thinking about the baby, whether she's going to have the baby or not. And it's just a lot that she's thinking about. She's not thinking about college right now. That's the last thing that's on her mind. So, Gemma has, again, a lot of weight and pressure on her shoulders as to what she's going to do, right? So she's in the bathroom with Maisha, and Maisha's like, what's going on? And she tells Maisha that she had a dream that she actually had the baby. And Maisha's like, oh, that had to be a nightmare. And Gemma's like, nah, actually it was pretty nice. And, she said, okay, well, what happened then? She said she woke up and she was real scared. And it's only right, reality is kicking in. Gemma definitely has a big decision to make. and she's really afraid about what can possibly happen if she does have the baby. So now back at Smokey's, we got Emmett. He's on the register. He's like, all right, can I take your order? And somebody puts a gun right to Emmett's grill. Like, yo, give me the money, give me the money. But this kid looks real familiar, right? Now, I said this in, my season breakdown when we saw, way back. Check out that video. But I already knew who it was. And your boy Shad, he knows who it is too. He's like, yo, Bukari, man, what are you doing, man? Chill, chill. Everybody's scared because he got the gun out. He's like, chill, man. And Shad calms him down to the point where he can actually get the strap away from Bukari. And Bukari is definitely tweaking. He's like, yo, man, you tweaking right now. What is wrong with you, man? You trying to rob Smokies? What's going on, man? He's like, yo, go sit down. And Bukari looks upset. He's about to leave, but definitely listens to the OG Shad, and he goes and sits down. Your boy Shad goes over to Emmett. He's like, yo, you okay? You all right? And Emmett was definitely shook, man. He it looked like a flash of life just flashed in front of his face, right? He thought he was going to die right there, right? So he's like, yo, listen, man, do me a favor. Can you get him some food? Can you please get him some food? He's like, yo, man, he tried to rob us. And Shad is just pleading with Emmett like, yo, please, just do me a solid, man. He's like, yo, you lucky you Victor's friend. So he sits down with Bukari. And it's clear that Bukari is upset about everything that's going on. He is robbing people and he's taking packages. So he's part of taking the packages from people's houses as well. But yeah, Bukari is crying, man. And Shad feels for him because, again, Shad feels like he was him when he was younger. You know what I'm saying? Like he could see himself in Bukari. Bukari don't got nobody to have his back. And Shad is just trying to be that big brother to him. Come to find out, Bukari was staying at his friend's house on the couch, but his mama threw him out. So, Shad is on some well, go ahead and eat your food. We going to figure something out. You know what I'm saying? So he feels real bad for Bukari, but they going to figure it out. Now we got your boy Jake, and Jake is looking through his closet. He's trying to get some things together so Kevin doesn't look crazy at this cosplay. And couldn't find out your boy Jake actually has some artistic skills, And again, remember what he said before in the last episode or episode before. He said he always wanted to find out what he's going to be good at, right? He wants to be good at something. And looks like, yeah, your boy Jake is good at art, right? He's definitely artistic. Made a real dope sweatshirt for Kevin. He's appreciative. He's like, yo, thanks, good looking out. And then Kevin skates out, right? So now, again, Keisha is at Emmett's house doing some homework or whatever. Emmett comes home, of course, he looks upset, right? He definitely looks upset because he almost got robbed and had a strap to his face. And Keisha's like, yo, what's wrong? She immediately is like, yo, what's wrong? And he's like, yeah, we almost got robbed today. They put the strap to my face. Of course, she runs to him and hugs him like the good woman that she is. She loves Emmett for real. And she just comforts him. He definitely needs that. He needs her right now just as much as she needs him. So she's like, what's that? He's like, yeah, I just brought some, chicken home and smoking. She's like, listen, boy, I'm going to cook some dinner. I'm going to cook some stuff for the card game. You go ahead, take a shower, get cleaned up. Don't worry about it. He's like, you sure? He's like, nah, all they need is chicken. She's like, go take a shower. So your girl, Keisha, went in the kitchen and she got busy, boy. She started making all types of food. Your boy, Emmett, is smelling the food that he comes down in a towel. Doesn't even put on clothes. Comes down in a towel because he's smelling all that good food. Tastes the food. He's like, oh, you made this? You made this? And yeah, she made some good stuff from scratch. Like, Keisha got skills in the kitchen, right? And Emma's like, yo, I'm loving it. At the same time, she's looking at him, looking at his body and all this and that. He's like, I'm going to go put on my clothes. I'm going to go put on some clothes, and while he's munching or whatever. So, they definitely got that connection going on. Now we see Fatima and we see Victor. And they're sitting down and talking. And what they're talking about is, off the record, he wanted it to be off the record, is that, Trig, Victor, he likes what he likes, right? He likes what he likes. But Fatima's on some like, yo, when are you going to tell the world who you really are? You know, I know things are looking good as far as, Tiara and what you got online, but eventually, the truth is going to come out as to what you like and who you are. And it's obvious that, Victor, he was in love with Imani. Imani is a transgender, and also Fatima is a transgender. So Fatima's just letting them know, listen, you got to let the world know who you love. And if you don't let the world know the women that you love, even transgender women, it's like the transgender women disappear. So basically, Fatima's like, yo, you got to keep it real or somebody's going to out you one way or another. So now we see two the hard way, right? We see Duda and we see Q. And they find a spot where these guys are robbing Amazon packages and all types of stuff. They roll up to Q and Duda and like, who the hell are you? He's like, I'm the boogeyman. Let me introduce myself. Dude pulls a strap out on Q. And of course, Duda's like, come on, man. Like, you shoot him, man, you ain't even gonna make it home after that. Like, seriously, he's like, yo, let's go sit down. And dude looked real shook after Duda said that. Let's go sit down and talk. So they sit down and talk. He's like, what the hell do you want? He's like, yo, I want 20%. And that's what Q says. I want 20% of all your profits. And he's like, what? And he starts talking junk. And your boy Q jumps up and grabs him by the neck. Yeah, Duda grabs the strap from the other dude. And he's like, yo, step back, step back. He's like, yo, do you hear me? And they come in on some gangster, like old school gangster level. Like, yo, you going to give me that 20%. You understand? He's like, yeah, I understand. All right, now get up out of here, right? So they leave. And yeah, Q's looking like, yeah, man, that was good. And dude is like, yo, what the hell are you doing, man? We supposed to shut them down, man. Like, we wasn't supposed to do this whole deal with them. And he's like, yo, man, it was just like old times, man, right? It was just like old times like we used to do. And dude is definitely not satisfied as to what's going on. But Q is like, listen, man, I'm going to need you to be a little bit faster on the draw, man. Almost had to kill that guy with my bare arms, right? My bare hands. So now back at the spot, we got Bukari. And, Shad brought Bukari back to the house, Victor's house. And again, he's like, listen, you going to stay here, stay on the couch and all this and that. And he's like, listen, you want to be out on the street or you want to stay here? So your boy Bukari's like, okay, I'll stay here. And, Shad is really trying to look out for Bukari because he sees himself in Bukari. He doesn't want Bukari to be out on the street. He wants to help him out. He's like, listen, man, what are your dreams? And Bukari's like, listen, I don't have any dreams. I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. So he's like, listen, I want you to think about your dreams, right? And Bukari's like, listen, I want you to tell me your dreams too. And it seems like nobody was really there for Shad, but Shad is trying to be there for Bukari. So now we got your boy, Victor, and Fatima in the car. They smoking on a funny cigarette. And yeah, they get to going in talking about, secrets and can you keep a secret and everything else like that. And Fatima's on some like, listen, I can keep a secret. I'm a journalist, so it is what it is. So they looking at each other, and of course, you already know what's about to go down. But yeah, Fatima is definitely looking like she's into Victor, and they're both into each other, right? So Victor definitely wants her, and yeah, they go ahead and kiss. So now Fatima's like, well, both of us now have a secret, right? So hopefully Fatima doesn't out him. I hope things don't go crazy sideways where, Fatima outs him for liking transgenders, but he didn't reveal to the world. So you never know. Fatima may out him before he actually tells the world. So now your boy Victor comes back home. He's smiling. He's happy. I mean, like, seriously. So he looks in the other room and he sees Bukari. He's like, yo, what's going on? So Shada said, oh, calm down, man. He needed a place to stay. He got kicked out. He's like, yo, man, he's nothing but trouble, man. He's like, listen, I promise he won't be any trouble. I need him to stay here. He needs to stay here. And he's telling Victor, like, yo, this is not even your spot. He said, yo, man, he needs somebody. What if we had somebody in our lives like us? Things would be different. So, Victor's like, all right, man, we'll let him stay, but he better not get into trouble. So he's like, all right, we need to go to this card game, right? So now we're at Emmett's card game. Of course, we got Darnell, we got Victor, and we got your boy Shad, and they about to play some spades, y'all, for real. What's up to my spades folks out there? Emmett is ready, and yeah, so is Keisha. They about to get down and play some cards and really get into it. But they're having a great time. They're definitely praising Keisha about all the good food that she cooked. And yeah, they talking about all types of stuff. And you already know how we do as fellas. We talk about, ladies and interaction and relationships and stuff like that. And, Keisha's like, yo, why I gotta be about sex all the time? And then, Darnell got his own jokes, right? So now we're back at the Rock and we see, yeah, your boy Duda definitely hurt his hand in that whole process of them now having 20% of the profits of whatever they get off of selling whatever these guys are stealing. And yeah, your girl Tracy just like, yo, what's going on? That wasn't the plan. We didn't want to get down with them. We want to eliminate them. And it's like, hey, it is what it is. They just paying rent. And it is what it is. We just going to get the profits. It's going to go towards Rock. And she's like, Rosalind's like, yo, whatever. I just want to keep them on the low so then we won't have attention come to the Rock. But yeah, your girl Tracy, she's not happy about this whole situation. And she's talking to Duda like, yo, man, this is not supposed to go down like this. Like, you just let Q come in and now call the shots. And, Duda's like, yo, man, he's the money man. He's the dude with all the money that kept Rock afloat. If it wasn't for us and Duda and Q, then the Rock would be gone. And she's like, listen, I had love for you and all this and that. But now I don't know what this is, and the love is gone. And he tries to stop her, but he's sitting there with his hand in his face like, dang. Right? So now we got Papa and your boy Bukari called them over so they can smoke some funny cigarettes, right? So they got this little, brotherhood going on right now. And yeah, your boy Papa's definitely getting high as a kite, talking about, yeah, this can go on the podcast. Yeah, about, what's going on with life and everything else like that. And Bukari's like, yo, man, you talk entirely too much, right? Too much. So now they playing spades, right? Somebody throw out that little card there. And they're getting into it. They really excited. You know how we do when it comes down to spades, right? So they're talking a whole bunch of junk. But here comes Keisha. Keisha is Emmett's partner. And she throws down that ace and cuts them all. They're going crazy. Everybody's going wild. Keisha and Emmett, they definitely winning books. And your boy Victor and Darnell's going back and forth like, man, you don't know how to play. And you know how it goes when you play spades, right? It goes crazy. So now we at this cosplay party, right? And it looks kind of wild. It looks like they having fun. And Simone is there. And she sees your boy Kevin with his new outfit that Jake put together. She's like, yo, I'm impressed. It's kind of simple, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it, so it's all good. I think Kevin learned his lesson from not participating in what Gemma was doing. And that's why he lost Gemma, because, he was really giving Gemma a hard time. But now he's like being more open. So now they taking pictures and flicks on the gram and everything else like that. And Kevin's really getting into it. Okay. So now we get back to the Spades Party. And again, they're talking about how Emmett is now celibate. Now he's, putting the stuff away. And they're looking at this guy, Master Marshawn. And, Shad knows about Master Marshawn. And he's like, listen, man, I know about him. I watch him. But, I can't stay away from my lady. You know what I mean? And, they really getting into it. And Emmett was telling Darnell, hey, listen, I was going to tell you about him, but... And Darnell's like, what about him? Like, is he on that Facebook? And he's like, he's on Facebook. Nah, he's on Instagram. And Darnell, he old school, man. He's like, man, I can't keep up with y'all and all of these Instagrams and everything else like that, right? So they definitely having a good time. So now on a serious note, we get back to Gemma and Jake. And yeah, Marcus is really on some like, listen, we're going to take care of this. And, Gemma's just reminding him like, yo, it's my body. I'm going to make my own decision. And Jake definitely steps up. Kevin told him, hey, listen, if you want the baby, let them know. And Jake says, listen, I'm going to get 3 jobs if I have to, man. I'll do whatever I have to do to keep the baby and make sure that everything is taken care of, right? So Mark is looking at him all crazy, but he goes to Jimmy and says, listen, whatever you're going to decide, I know it's your body, but whatever you're going to decide, just know there is no turning back from here. So now back to the card party, back to the Spades Party. They're having a good time. I mean, we see the bond that Emmett and his father, Darnell, have made, right? So now it's time to go. They're giving each other a hug, and Darnell's like, hey, man, hey, be careful now. Be careful. He talk about, Keisha there, right? So now Bukari and Papa, they are high as a kite. They looking at TV, and then we see your boy Shy looking in the mirror like he's happy he got his facial. He's happy he's about his girl. They are having fun, and that's exactly what Bukari needed. He needed a friend. And yeah, your boy Victor's thinking about Fatima, talking about good night, Fatima, sweet dreams. Like, yeah, the boy falling in love again. So we see Jake, and Jake comes in, and he looks at and sees Bukari, and, Papa's like, yeah, he lives here now. So they about to get into a fight. Of course, Trig comes out. Shy comes out like, yo, chill, chill, chill. And yeah, Bukari just like, they always had beef. They always had beef with each other. And yeah, they just didn't tell Jake in time. So, and then Papa comes out like, see, that's what it's all about, community. And Shada's like, yo, get your corny ass out of here, man. Like, get up out of here, man. Like, just go, man. We don't need none of that, right? Right? Papa, we don't need no speeches right now, man. Just bounce, right? Jake got a lot on his mind right now, and Jake is about to be a daddy, possibly, right? So now we're back at the cosplay party. And yeah, they're about to announce the winner as far as the outfits go, right? And who won? Some other girl won, right? So Kevin's like, yo, let's get out of here. And then they say, we're going to announce the couple that got the best outfit. And yeah, they announce Kevin and Simone. And yeah, they celebrate them. And congratulations to Kevin and Simone for having the best outfit. They are having a great time. And looks like Kevin is happy that he participated with her. So now, here's the after party, and we see your boy Emmett and Keisha. They just laying back like, yo, that food was good. I appreciate you and everything else like that. But he looking down at her like, man, he trying to be strong. Be strong, Emmett, man. But, they looking at each other. They definitely feeling each other. He's like, yo, come here. And they, playing some music. And they're like, yeah, I love this song. And Keisha looks at Emmett like, yeah, I could look in your eyes for hours and forever. They start to get the kissing, boy. I'm thinking Emmett's going to be strong, but nah, he falls right into it, man. And yeah, they start getting it popping, man. And we expected this, right? We expected all of this to happen. They getting busy, and he says, did I manifest this? Did I manifest this? Like Master Marshawn, and she started laughing. And yeah, they get it popping like we thought it was going to happen. And yes, it's just like in that episode, he dreamt it and now he is manifested. So that is the recap of episode 5 of The Shy Family. Drop your comments below. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. Definitely, to me, it was a really good episode as far as, going to that next level. And we're going to find out what happens with Gemma and Jake. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely check out that promo for episode 6. Already dropped that as far as what's going to happen in the next episode. Family, I appreciate you all for watching as always. And again, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Do me another favor and hit that like button. And yes, I appreciate you all for watching. Listen, if you enjoyed this video, definitely check out this next one. Until next time, salute.